How would you do this? We've got the answer. In fact, we've got a series of answers because we have several steps involved in to create your own custom aberration.
The first is you've got to think about, where is your aberration from?
I would say this is probably the most important part because, again, we are very story-oriented, less
Sure.
mechanically oriented, and that's just because you're telling a story. It's fun.
Right.
So think about where it comes from because that can flavor both the powers, the description, maybe even the ecology or the lore behind what your custom tentacle horror becomes.
And the mentality of the critter.
Yeah. So we've got a couple of examples. So for, the biggest one is obviously it comes from the far realm.
Yes.
And D&D had a great example of, hey, look, this is just wacky outside our own cosmology. You get out there and you're just going to burst forth tumors and all kinds of multiple eyes like Akira.
Yeah. It's basically the cosmic horror location for Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. But there's lots of different places in addition to that.
Sure.
And I would say something from the far realm might be variously different than something from, say, the plane of dreams.
That's very true.
So what would be an example of like something from the plane of dreams?
The plane of dreams, you could have creatures that appear good, that have sudden turns, because in the plane of dreams, you could very easily have things that go from a pleasant dream to a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, you would have creatures that personify that sudden change.
Yeah.
And so that would be a great example.